Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, hello, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell as well. Thank you so much. So in my last update about This Is Fate, Sherlyn threatened Megha with a gun so that Megha can delete all the proofs that she has against her. But Preeta went ahead and exposed Sherlyn during the court hearing, and all the family members were shocked. That was our last update. Let's continue from there. Preeta says that Sherlyn is the real murderer, and the entire family were shocked to hear this. Mahesh stands up asking that what is Preeta saying. Karina also asked Preeta that what is Preeta saying, because Preeta was the one that first accepted that she was the murderer, but now Preeta is blaming Sherlyn. The judge wants everyone not to create a scene, otherwise it will send them out of the courtroom. And the judge asked Preeta that how is Preeta going to prove that Sherlyn is the real murderer. Preeta says that she completely trusts the law of her nation, so she would prove that Sherlyn is the real murderer. Sherlyn, however, stands up saying that Preeta is lying and Preeta is only blaming her because Preeta ate her. Preeta refused to accept that, and Preeta says that she did not do this for her personal quarrel, but she is doing this because when Sherlyn was leaving the hotel, a waiter named Rohit saw Sherlyn. The judge asked Sherlyn to sit down because the court will not believe Preeta's words until they see proof, and Preeta says that she has brought her proof, and the proof is the waiter and his name is Rohit, and he is present in the court and he is agreeing to testify against Sherlyn. The defense lawyer requested to call the waiter Rohit in, and he was given the permission. Everyone turns back to see Rohit coming to the witness box, and Rohit stands in the witness box and looks at Sherlyn. Preeta remembered when she and Shriti met Rohit in the hotel, and they both tried to ask Rohit about the murder of Akshay, requesting him to tell them each and every information that he has, and Rohit refused to accept their proposal to come to the court, but Preeta pleaded with him to help them because it would be beneficial to them both because Karan would be freed, and Rohit then agreed to be the witness. Rohit swears to speak the truth, and the lawyer asks if Rohit knows Sherlyn. Rohit replies that he saw Sherlyn a couple of times in the hotel, and the prosecutor tries to object, but the objection was overruled. And the waiter says that he saw Sherlyn at the floor where Akshay was murdered, and Sherlyn was in a hurry and they both collided, and he just fell down but he did not die, and Sherlyn confirmed if he was going to Akshay's room. Sherlyn says that she has never even met Rohit before, so how could she have bumped into him? The judge says that Sherlyn will be given a fair chance to speak at the witness box. Rohit says that he is not saying that Sherlyn is the murderer, but he only knows that Sherlyn was really scared, and Sherlyn even apologized to him, and the prosecutor tries to make an objection, but once again the objection was overruled. Rohit once again explains that Sherlyn also asked Akshay not to die, and if Akshay just fell down, then why was Sherlyn talking of dying? The defendant says that it was shown in the post-mortem report of Akshay that the cause of Akshay's death was a blow to the back of his head from falling on the ground. Sherlyn once again asks that why did Rohit not come before now if he actually knew the truth as the proceeding was happening. So she is sure that someone has given Rohit money, and the person is none other than Preeta, because Preeta does not like her and Preeta is trying to ruin her life. Preeta immediately started arguing with Sherlyn, saying that Mohit did not come before because he was the one that saw Sherlyn murdering Akshay and he was scared, and so that was why he even leaves his job. Sherlyn blames Preeta, saying that Preeta brought Rohit to ruin her life, and both Sherlyn and Preeta got into an argument. The judge warned the two of them of the consequences if they keep on fighting, and everyone take their seat. Then the judge orders Preeta to come and say everything she wants to say in the witness box. Preeta once again stands in the witness box, and Sherlyn thinks that she has to save herself, otherwise she will get a life sentence. Preeta explains that from the beginning, Sherlyn went to meet Akshay before Akshay was murdered, and Preeta explains that the footage of that day was deleted, but Sherlyn went to meet Akshay, and Preeta says that she has submitted the footage and the judge sees the footage. The defense lawyer says that why would someone go to meet another person if the two of them are not involved in something? And the lawyer says that just like Karan is innocent, then he is requesting the judge to take Sherlyn in custody because she is guilty, and the lawyer requests the judge to please free Karan. The judge asks Preeta if she has anything else to say, and Preeta says that she requests the judge to return Karan to the Luthra family because if the case is delayed even further, then this would cause her innocent husband to remain in jail, so she is requesting the judge to give her husband verdict. The judge explains that today, the court will not leave any further date, but a decision will be taken after a break. Karina was frustrated with Raki, asking that how can Preeta dare blame Sherlyn because Sherlyn cannot murder Akshay. Karina asks if Raki knew about this, but Raki replies that she did not know anything, but she believes that if Preeta has said something against Sherlyn, then it will be because of a reason. Preeta comes there and Karina asks that what was Preeta thinking while blaming Sherlyn, and she can understand that there was a quarrel between Sherlyn and Preeta, but is this the way to sort it out? Preeta replies that she did not do anything because of any quarrel that she has with Sherlyn, but she did it because Sherlyn, while being a member of their family, has gone against them. Raki, however, tries to calm Karina down, but Karina replies that Raki, as the mother-in-law, should have scolded Preeta, but Raki doesn't say anything. Karina says that at first when she met Preeta, she thought that Preeta is not as bad as she thinks, but now after what Preeta has done today, Preeta has once again shattered her trust, and Karina leaves the place without listening to anything. Raki asks Preeta not to feel bad because of what Karina said, and Karina said all those things because Karina really likes Sherlyn, so that was why Karina got mad at Preeta. Raki says that what will happen if what Preeta said in the court was true, and this will really hurt them a lot because Sherlyn is the elder daughter-in-law of the family. So what will happen if it is true that Sherlyn was the one that sent Karan to the jail? And Raki was worried of what would happen if Rishabh gets to know about what is happening because Sherlyn is pregnant, and how can they survive? Preeta tries to stop Raki, but Raki leaves, and Preeta thinks that she knows that if anything goes wrong, then Raki would be hurt because she is a mother, and Preeta says to herself that she doesn't have any other way, so she has to reveal the truth about Sherlyn to everyone. Mahira asks that why did Sherlyn bring her out of the court like that, and Sherlyn asks Mahira to please help her, but Mahira says that she cannot help Sherlyn because they are in the court, and she cannot take Sherlyn's blame. Sherlyn asks Mahira to please be sympathetic and bring out something, but Mahira refused to help Sherlyn, and Mahira turns to leave. Preeta was standing there and Mahira was shocked after seeing Preeta, and Mahira leaves. Preeta asks Sherlyn that what did Sherlyn think because she always gets trapped by Sherlyn, but now Sherlyn would lose because this matter is about her husband. Sherlyn wants Preeta, saying that she will not be scared of Preeta and she will prove that she is not the murderer. Preeta asks that why is Sherlyn scared, and Sherlyn should accept that she is the murderer, but Sherlyn says that she is not the murderer. Preeta asks that how did Sherlyn kill Akshay, and Sherlyn says that those who are born have to die, and Sherlyn asks Preeta to stop because if she did not stop, then her action would have severe consequences, and Preeta was worried. Then Sherlyn leaves there warning Preeta. Samir comes there asking Preeta to come because the court hearing is about to begin, and Samir noticed that Preeta was worried, but Preeta refused to say anything, and Preeta goes into the court. Raki was with Karan, and Raki asked Karan not to be worried of what Preeta said in the court. Karan asks if Raki believes that Preeta is lying, but Raki says that that is not the case, and they all know that Preeta cannot do anything wrong, and she even knows that Karan is not the murderer. Raki assures Karan that he will be released, but if it is proven that Sherlyn is the murderer, then it will really be bad for their family, and Raki says that she will never be able to forgive Sherlyn for what she has done if she is proven guilty. The inspector comes there asking Karan to come because the court hearing is about to begin, and Raki asks Karan not to be worried, and Karan leaves. Then Raki prays that everything should be fine and God should save her family. Sherlyn was walking and Prithvi was coming from the front. Sherlyn stops Prithvi and Prithvi tries to run away, but Sherlyn asks Prithvi to help her, and Prithvi immediately says that he feels that Sherlyn cannot be helped because the matter is already in the court, and Prithvi asks Sherlyn to be careful, and Sherlyn should not think that she is really clever because others can also harm her. Sherlyn tells Prithvi that she has done everything for Prithvi, and Sherlyn asks Prithvi to remember what would happen if everyone finds out that Prithvi is the real father of her child, and Prithvi would also be thrown out of the Luthra house, and Sherlyn asks Prithvi to think of what would happen of their relationship. Kritika comes there asking that what relationship is Sherlyn talking about, and Prithvi quickly says that Sherlyn is trying to say that Preeta doesn't even seem to think of their family's relationship. Kritika takes Prithvi away asking that what has happened, and Prithvi tries to convince Kritika that Sherlyn is really worried and innocent. Kritika asks Prithvi not to trust Sherlyn so blindly because Sherlyn is not trustworthy, and Kritika lives with Prithvi. Prithvi thinks in his mind that he cannot help Sherlyn now because he cannot stand against Preeta. The court hearing begins again, and the judge asks the police if they have tested the video, and the inspector says that the video that Preeta has presented is the truth. Sherlyn also stands up demanding to speak for herself, and Sherlyn hires the court prosecutor who calls Megha to the witness box. The lawyer asks Megha if she has met Sherlyn, and the lawyer tries to convince the court that Megha met Sherlyn after 2 days of the murder. But Megha, however, says that it was Sherlyn who called her to the room where Akshay was murdered. However, the prosecutor says that Rohit was confused, but Rohit left the hotel after 2 days to perform the last rite of his father. The inspector confirms that Rohit left the hotel after 2 days, and the lawyer calls Sherlyn to the witness box. Sherlyn was asked that why did she go to meet Megha, and Sherlyn replies that she went to meet Megha because of Karan, and she did not know that she will be blamed for protecting her family. Sherlyn explains that she only went to give Megha the money that Megha asked for because Megha was blackmailing her, saying that she has some proof, but in reality, Megha is the one who murdered Akshay. Megha tries to defend herself, explaining that she cannot kill the person who was about to become the father of her child, and Sherlyn, however, blames Megha, saying that Megha demanded money from her, and Megha is really clever. Megha tries to plead her innocence, but Sherlyn asks if Megha did not demand money from her. Sherlyn says that she made the biggest mistake of her life by stealing Raki's jewelry, and the entire Lutra family were shocked to hear this. Sherlyn says that she did not have any money and that was why she stole Raki's jewelry, and then she is happy because she got the proof that Megha is the murderer. Megha, while standing, pleaded that Sherlyn is telling lies and Preeta is the one telling the truth. But Sherlyn responds that Megha must not lie because she has come to know the truth, and if everyone is questioning her, then she would have to say the truth. Sherlyn says that she indeed went to meet Akshay at the hotel, and that was because Akshay was blackmailing Kritika, because Akshay had some videos and photos of Kritika, and that was what Akshay was using as a tool. So she wanted to go and protect the honor of their family, and Preeta was shocked to hear how well Sherlyn is able to mold the lies into truth. Alright, now Sherlyn has put the blame on Megha. Good for Megha, sha. Anyways, we'll see what happened next in the next video, and please don't forget to like this video, share it and comment, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.